Do you know you can actually make this dress with just 3 balls of yarn? Yes, you heard me right. With 3 balls of yarn, I'll be showing you how to recreate this beautiful dress. So in this tutorial also, I'll be showing you how to make for a larger size. Actually, I made this for a baby of less than a year. But if you are making for a baby of above a year, I'll be sharing with you how to go about the measurements to get it right for the older baby. Look at how perfect it is. Look at how beautiful it is. This is something you will be interested in knowing. Kindly watch to the end and don't forget to click the subscription button and give me a thumbs up, share this video and comment. If you also have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. On my channel also, I have a tutorial on how to make a perfect ruffle hat that will complement this dress, and also a perfect bag that will also complement this dress. So for this baby dress, I'll be using this Nigerian brand of yarn. It is Yeye yarn. So I'll be using just single strand of the yarn. I'll be using 3mm crochet hook. This is a 3mm crochet hook. I'll be using tape measure to take some measurements, and I'll also be using scissors to cut off the ends of the yarn and tapestry needles to weave in all ends. So let's get started.
Welcome to Little Feet Crafts.
So I'll be making my slip knot, because I'll be starting with a slip knot. Now for the number of chains that I'll be making, I'll be making 69 chain. So someone asked me that, will this 69 chain fit for a baby of 3 years, like a toddler? And I said yes, because I use same stitch count for toddlers too. For this particular one, I'm making it for a baby of 3 months to a year. So let's get started with our chain. 1, 2, 3. So I'm making 69 chain. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. So this is our 69 chain. So I will hold this stitch tight and make an extra chain 2. So right into that 69th chain, I'll start my 1 double crochet. So this chain 2 counts as a stitch. So now we're having 2 chains at this point. So I'll make extra 8 double crochet, making a total of 10 double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So into the next stitch, I'll make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So into the next stitch, I'll be making 1 double crochet into 13 stitches. To 13 stitches. So into the next stitch, I'll make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So into the next stitches, I'll be making 1 double crochet into 20 stitches. 1 double crochet in the next 20 stitches. 19 and 20. So in the next stitch I'll be making 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So if you've been following me, you will find it very easy to make the yoke of this dress. So but this particular one I want to make a different, so that is why I'm starting from the beginning. But for subsequent videos I will be skipping this yoke part and I'll be starting from the down part. So I have to take note of that. So if you want to learn more about how to make yoke, just check out my other videos of baby dresses. So the next stitch I'll be making 1 double crochet into 13 stitches. Into 13 stitches. So into the next stitch I'll be making 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So at this point we should have only 10 stitches remaining. So I'll be crocheting to the remaining stitches, which is a total of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So if yours is not up to 10 or is more than 10, just have it at the back of your mind that you made a mistake at the beginning chain. Now let's skip to the next part. Chain 1 and turn your work. So I want you to watch carefully how I'll be doing this next part. So into the first stitch I'm going to be making 1 double crochet. Now to the next stitch I will skip 1 stitch and make 1 double crochet. I will now go back to the previous stitch and make 1 double crochet. So let's say this is a cross stitch, a cross double crochet stitch. Now I will move to the next, I will skip the next one and make 1 double crochet. I will now come back to the previous one and make 1 double crochet. So I'll skip 1 stitch and make 1 double crochet. I'll come back to the previous stitch and make 1 double crochet. So this is how I'll continue on the regular stitches, and when I get to the V stitch I'll make an increase. So I skipped 1, I fix 1 double crochet here, and I come back to the previous one and make 1 double crochet. Now into this V stitch, that is the chain 1 stitch, I'll make my 1 double crochet, chain 1 and make my next double crochet. So I'll skip this one, this next stitch, and make 1 double crochet into the next, and I'll yarn over, I'll come back to the previous stitch and make my 1 double crochet. So this is what I have at this point. Look at it. So this is a cross double crochet. Now I'll skip 1 stitch and make 1 double crochet and come back to the skipped stitch and make my 2nd double crochet. Now I'll continue this pattern, and once I get to the needed increasing part, which is the chain 1 stitch, I'll make my increase. So I'll meet you at this point. And take note, when making your cross stitch, don't make mistake of working into the stitch you've worked in before, because it might be very confusing. Make sure you take note of where you've worked so you wouldn't work there again. Now look at this point. It will be as if I didn't work inside, but I've already worked inside. So be very, very careful of not repeating stitches into the already worked area. So for my next corner, I have only one stitch remaining before I get to that chain one space. So I'll just simply make my one double crochet, and I'll move into the corner stitch and make one double crochet, chain one, and one double crochet. So now I'll continue with my cross stitch. So for the very last stitch, I'll just simply make my one double crochet to complete the row. Now for some of the corner, the cross stitch is complete, but for like two corners, the cross stitch is not complete. So don't bother about it, just continue working your cross stitch and your corner. Now for the next row, I'll be making chain one and I'll turn my work. Now for this row, I'll simply make one double crochet in all the stitches without making a cross stitch, and I'll make the increase on the corner part. So for the corner, I'll simply make my one double crochet, chain one, and one double crochet. So this is how I'll continue working till I get to the very last stitch. So I'll make my double crochet on the regular stitches, and I'll make increase on the regular increase. So I'll meet you at the end of that row. Look at how beautiful it's coming. So this is my last double crochet. I will chain one and turn. So for this next row, I'll be making a cross stitch. So for the very first stitch, I'll make my one double crochet. Now as usual, I'll skip one stitch, make one double crochet in the next, and go back into the previous skipped stitch. I've skipped one and I'm working right into the skipped stitch. Now I'll skip one stitch and make one double crochet into the next, and I'll come back to the skipped stitch. So this is how I'll continue till I get to the corner stitch. So into the corner stitch, I'll make my one double crochet, chain one, one double crochet. So I'll make my skipped stitch. That is, I'll make my cross stitch. Now this is how I'll continue working, and if it's one stitch, just one stitch remaining before the corner stitch, just work one double crochet into that stitch and work your increase on your V stitch, that is in your chain one stitch, and continue with your cross pattern. So I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I continue making one row of cross stitch and one row of straight double crochet, and this is what I have at this point. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 rows At this point, you are going to be joining. So I'm going to be joining with the very first stitch, chain 1, and turn our work. So this is what you should have. Now we are continuing with our crossed stitch. So I'll skip this very first stitch and walk into this next one, and come back and walk into the previously skipped stitch. So I'll skip one and walk back into the previously skipped. So this is how I'll continue till I get to the end. So at this point, I've successfully made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 rows, and I ended with plain double crochet, that is straight double crochet. Next thing to do is to make chain 1, and now right now I want to make the armhole, and I want you to watch carefully. If you have been following my tutorials on how to make baby dresses, this won't be strange to you at all. So I'll make my double crochet till I get to the first corner. So I want to briefly talk about something. If you are making for a bigger baby or an older baby, remember that we are starting with this row. We are starting with this same stitch count, but you can increase the rows before dividing for the armhole. Like you can make 11 rows in total before dividing for the armhole. You understand? So, and before making the armhole, I want to take the measurement of the chest part. So this is the chest. So from this point to this point, we have 8 inches. But remember that this is stretchy. Look at how stretchy it is. It will definitely be stretchy on the baby. Now, after stretching it a bit, we are at almost 9 inches. But if you are making for like a baby of 22 inches or 21 inches, 21 inches divided by into 2 is about 10.5 inches or 10 inches. This is what you will do. After getting to the first corner, instead of just going straight to join to this part, into this space, you can make like 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Without making a chain, just skip all these parts and jump into this stitch and make another 3 double crochet. That is if you are making for a wider chest. Look at the effect here. This is the effect. It will make the chest be wider, and we apply same thing here. 3 inches into this, 3 double crochet to this first corner and 3 double crochet to this next corner. So since we are making for a baby of a month to 3 months or 6 months, that is under a year rather, we are making for a baby of under a year, just make your 1 double crochet into this corner stitch and jump right into this next corner and make your second double crochet, and continue your 1 double crochet in every stitches till you get your next corner stitch. Now into the next corner, you make your 1 double crochet and skip all this side and work your next 1 double crochet to the next corner and finish your row of 1 double crochet at the back. So this is the back, this is the back, and this is the front. Look at how beautiful it is. So I'll make my last stitch of double crochet and join into this first stitch. So that brings us to the end of the row. Next is to make few more rows of double crochet round. So at this point, this is what you should have. So let's take a measurement. From this shoulder part to this down part, we have 5.5 inches, which is perfect. Now we are going to be starting our flip part. So I want you to watch carefully how I'll be going about it. Now into the next stitch, I'll be making 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the third stitch, make another double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. Skip 1, 2, into the third stitch, make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Skip 2 stitches and make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Skip 2 stitches, 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So this is how you continue till you get to the very last stitch. You skip 2 stitches and to the third stitch, 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. So this is how you continue till you get to the very last stitch. 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Now slip stitch into this first chain 1 stitch and make another chain 1. Now what we will do next is to make 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in each of the chain 1 stitch. Hope you understand. So you jump into the next chain 1 stitch and make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. You jump to the chain 1 stitch, you make 2 double crochet and chain 1, 2 double crochet. So this is how you will continue till you get to the very last stitch. So I'll come back and meet you at that point. And when making this, be careful not to make a stitch in between these 2 V stitches. That is, make sure you are fixing your stitch into the chain 1 stitch. Hope you understand. Now slip stitch into this very first stitch to close around. Now next thing to do is to work 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Now I'll be skipping these 2 stitches and this one, and I'll jump into this stitch or the next V stitch. And to the chain 1, I'll make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Now into this next stitch after the chain 1, make your 1 double crochet. So I'll skip 1 2 3 and I'll work 2 double crochet into the next chain 1 space. So let me briefly explain something to you. What I'm trying to do here is that I'll be working increase on one shell stitch. I won't be working any increase on the next shell stitch. I'll be working increase on the next shell stitch. I won't be working any increase on the next shell stitch. That is practically how I'll be working. So the next shell stitch I'll be making an increase, and this is how I'll go about it. So I'll skip all these ones I'm not making an increase, and I'll skip and I'll jump into this next stitch before the chain 1, and that will be a form of increase. So I'll make the second increase here. Now for the next shell stitch I'll be making an increase, so I'll simply make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet the chain 1 space. So for the next shell stitch I'll be making an increase, which I'll be making 1 double crochet before the chain 1 and 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So I'll be making the second increase, that is in the stitch after the chain 1. Now I'll be making an increase on the next shell stitch. I'll be making an increase in the next one. So for the last stitch I'll be making 1 double crochet before the chain 1 space, and into the chain 1 space I will make my 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. I will make my last double crochet in the next stitch. So next is to slip stitch to join the round. Now chain 1. As I've said earlier, we are skipping 1 stitch and increasing on the next stitch. You are skipping 1 stitch and increasing on the next stitch. So now we are going to be making 2 double crochet in this first space, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. Now into the next increasing part we will make we are going to be skipping all this. I will skip this first stitch. So into this next stitch we are going to be making 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and we'll jump into the chain 1 stitch and make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So into the next stitch I'll make my first 1 double crochet and the second double crochet. So at this point I've increased. Now as usual, into the next stitch I won't make any increase. I'll just simply make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So now into the next space I will make my increase here. So now I'll make my 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet, and I will make my second part of the increase. So into this next space I will simply make my 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. that is without an increase. So into the next space I will repeat my increase. So this is how we continue making it till I get to the last stitch. Now we are at the last stitch of the increase. So you make your increase and your double crochet, 2 double crochet and chain 1, 2 double crochet, and make your 1 double crochet in the next last 2 stitches. Next is to slip stitch and move to the next row. As usual, we'll be making a 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet, and on the next set we are going to be making our increase, which is 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches before the chain 1 stitch. Now into the chain 1 stitch we will make our 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So we start with 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and we increase this point to, we did 1 double crochet before the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, making 3 double crochet before the chain 1. Now into the next one we did 1 double crochet the next 2 stitches before the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, making 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which is 1 double crochet the next 3 stitches before the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So that being said, let's continue our work. So 1 double crochet the next 3 stitches. So we are going to be skipping all this and jump into this chain 1 and simply make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So next is the increase, which is 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches before the chain 1 stitch. So into the chain 1 stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. I'm done with this last stitch and I will slip stitch and continue. Next is to repeat our 2 double crochet and chain 1, 2 double crochet in the first chain 1 space. So as usual, in the next space I'll be making an increase. So it will be 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches before the chain 1 space. This is 4 double crochet and 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next space. So, and I'll make my 1 double crochet the next 4 space on the other side. This is the last row of increase, and I'll repeat my 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet, and I'll repeat my increase on the next space. So this is how I'll continue till I get to the very last stitch. So I'll come back and show you what to do next. So next is to slip stitch and start our next row. Make your chain 1. So we jump into this first stitch and make our 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. As I said earlier that this the previous row is the last row of increase. What we'll be maintaining now is our 4 double crochet in each of the stitches before the chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we won't be placing any stitch into this stitch before the chain 1. So after that, we just drop into our chain 1 space and make a regular 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So we won't fix any stitch into this next stitch. We'll just jump right into the following stitch to make our 4 double crochet. And into this stitch, so this is how you will continue till you get to the measurement you want. So for a baby of 0 to 6 months, 16 inches is very perfect. For 3 months to 6 months thereabouts, 18 inches is perfect. So from 6 months to a year, 20 inches is perfect. So I'll meet you at the last row. So when I was making this is my first 1 double crochet, chain 1 double crochet. I didn't count, so instead of having even number, I ended up with odd number. So it made me have this pattern of 1 double crochet in 4 stitch 2 times instead of one of this and one of this shell. So when you are making yours, once you are done with this 1 double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, make sure you count and make sure you end up with an even number. If you don't have an even number, just make sure to find your way around it, that you end up being an even number. So let's take our overall measurement. So at this point, I have about 17 inches. So I have about 17 inches. So if I want it longer, I'll just add few more rows. And let me count how many toes. So let me count how many rows in total I made. So from this V stitch point, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26. So you can make up to 30 rows or 28 rows. So for this one, I'm perfect with this measurement. You can make it for 3 months, that's around 16 rows, 16 inches in total. But I like making it a bit longer so the baby can use it at least for a whole year, because this side, it will definitely fit the baby for a long time. Now I'll cut off my yarn and move on to the next thing. So this is what is left of my 3rd ball of yarn. This is what I have left of my 3rd ball of yarn. Our next thing to do is to make the scrap we'll be fixing around it. So I'll be making a chain of about 120. So this is my 120 chain. Next is to cut off. And then we work it through this band, back and forth, back and forth. And I will end up at this back side. I'll start from this side and I will end up at this side of the back. Next is to weave in my necessary ends, just like this and other ends, and I will fix in my button here. I'll fix in my button here, and this first chain 2 we made at the beginning will be our button O. So I'll fix a very small button that will pass through this hole. So that brings us to the end of our tutorial, because I'll be doing all of this off camera. So I'll just come back and show you the finished look. If you check my channel, you will see a tutorial on how to make a ruffle hat that will complement this dress, and also a bag that will also complement this dress. Do well to watch and also recreate it. So thank you for watching to the end, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more easy to follow tutorials like this. And I will be seeing you in my next video. Have a great day.